Now it's time to learn about loops. First thing we're going to do is open GarageBand as usual and go to the menu on the left and click New Project. And you'll see it has piano, electric guitar, voice, loops. That's where we want to go. So click that, click Choose. We're going to call this loop example.band, and we're going to leave it on the desktop. We're going to have it in the key of E major, 120 beats per minute, key signature 4/4, create. And yes, I know we already have one. We will replace it. So your GarageBand opens and you have something new over here on the right. It's called loops. It says so right there at the top. And you have a choice of all of these things: rock, blues, urban, world, electronic. Choice of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of loops. What is a loop? A loop is a short pre-recorded segment of music that you can use. Apple loops, you have copyright to. You may use them in any way that you want to, in any song that you want to, and not have to worry about getting copyright permission. So let's do something in the rock blues style. And to do that, we click on Rock Blues. And we see down here all of these options. If you'd like to subdivide those options to make it easy, over here on the right it has drums, then it has other options that you can do. Kits, bass, guitars, and each one that you click will offer you some more options over here to narrow it down to the type of sound you're looking for. For right now, let's just go with kits. We're just going to play a drum kit. We'll pick Classic Rock Beat 2. This column right here has the number of beats that this particular loop is going to take up. And if you want to audition a loop, all you have to do is click it. The ones with the little notes on the left are software. The ones with the blue waveforms are real instrument recordings. Let's see what Classic Rock Beat sounds like. Then when you want to stop that, just click it again. And that would work just fine for us. So let's move it over here. We're going to put that first. And you'll see that it's going to give us a track name and a track header and all of this sort of stuff here. Now we're going to need more than 16 beats. We're going to need about 16. Well, our 16 beats is 4 bars. So let's see, make it 8. We'll just re-loop this every 4 bars. So now we have our drum part. We have 16 bars of drums. We won't play all 16 bars, but that's what it sounds like. So now we're going to get a bass part. We'll hit Reset, Rock Blues, hit Bass. Let's see, let us try Funky Pop Bass 1. We can sit here and audition these all day, but that one's going to do for right now. And we do want to put it all the way back at the first of the track. And we're going to put it up here 4 different times rather than just loop that by doing it like this and extending it that way. We're going to do it this way. We're going to take the same thing and add it 3 more times to get our 16 bars. And there's a reason for this that I will show you momentarily. So there's all 4 of our bass parts, all 4 measure parts of our bass. And what we have right now sounds like this. And it does that for 16 bars. Now we need to find us a guitar part. We'll hit Reset, Rock Blues, Guitars, and we're looking for 16 beats of a guitar. That one might work just fine. Let's move it over here and see what it does, see what it sounds like. That works pretty good. It was just a little loud. Let's do that again. Let's put that one up here 4 times 2, just like we did on the bass part. Okay. And there we have it. Now, if you were to listen to this straight through, you would notice that there's 16 bars, 4 bars repeated over and over and over again, all on the same chord. Now, that's not that unusual for rock and roll, but we're going to make it a little more interesting. What we're going to do, and the reason we did these individually, loaded them up, is so we can change the key on those, change the notes that they're playing. For example, we're going to double click on this funky pop bass, and you're going to see that it popped up right here in the editor screen. And we're going to change the pitch on that. We're in the key of E. We want this to be a 4 chord or an A chord, and an A chord is 5 half steps up from E. So we're going to raise the pitch on that 5 half steps. And then in the next bar, or the next set of beats, we're going to raise that, make that a B chord, which means we're going to raise it 7 half steps. Now, if you look up here in the timeline, you'll see that here this has been raised 5 half steps. This one has been raised 7. Now, you'll notice the edgy rock guitar is a real instrument, but we can change that too. And we're going to double click that, except the pitch is on the top fader here, but we're going to raise that one up 5, just like we did in the software instrument, and we're going to raise this one up 7 half steps. And you can see here where it says so. And what we're going to have is now a 3-chord song. We're going to have E, A, B, and E again in 16 bars. Listen to this. Kind of sounds like rock and roll, huh? So now that we've created a basic track using Apple Loops, what can we do with it? Well, the first thing we can do is change the tempo if we'd like to. It's at 120 right now. Let's slow it down to 99, just to arbitrarily pick a number. And we can change the key. It's in E major right now. Let's put it in D flat major, just for something new. Now, if we want to play a track along with it, we can go over here and click this plus sign and add a new track, just like we always did before, either a software track or a guitar track or a vocal track or anything that we want to add to it. And you can see that it pops up over here on the left. We can edit it in exactly the same way we learned to edit in the last videos. You can do anything that you want to with these loops. So it's just another way to make music in GarageBand without having to be a master musician. Have fun with this, because it really is a lot of fun.